Today's podcast is brought to you by Audible.com. Get a free audiobook download and a 30-day free trial at www.audibletrial.com/citizenho. Over 150,000 titles to choose from for your iPhone, Android, Kindle, or MP3 player.
Hello there.
Hola.
And welcome to another episode of everyone's favorite podcast, Citizen Ho, 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 ho.
Everyone? Who's everyone?
People that breathe.
What people that breathe? I don't
The ones
see
that
too
listen
many.
to us.
Which ones are those? I haven't heard of these people.
We call them mom and dad. Wait, shit, they don't even listen.
Well, I think your dad listens.
I think he has listened. I don't think she... One of my friends from college says she listens, but she says she listens so far afterwards that when she wants to email us to say something, it's too late. I said, email us anyway.
Yeah, she probably should.
Mm-hmm. You hear that, you NSYNC-obsessed annoying fuck? She'll know who I'm talking about.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
So what's going on? We're doing a remote recording because Kevin lives in Canada now.
No, it's Mars. Just ask my mother-in-law.
It's actually even more difficult now that I work all the way downtown.
Well, I guess.
Yeah. So I've been at my job 3 weeks. Yes, on Friday I found out I have 3 vacation days to use or lose by the end of the year.
Oh, goody. That shouldn't be that hard. Take off time around Christmas.
That's what I think I'm going to do. I think I'm going to work the Tuesday after Christmas and then take Wednesday, Thursday, Friday off after. Go back on like the 2nd, I think it is.
Night.
That way I get a nice couple, be like a week off. And what's doing in your neck of the woods?
Interesting day, because I lost and then found my phone. Well,
please explain.
More appropriately, lost and got back my phone. So Max had a follow-up appointment with the NICU doctors. It was actually his last in-person follow-up there. He's a graduate of their neonatal or whatever the hell they call it.
Oh, did they give him a cap and gown today?
No, just a little certificate and a coloring book and some candy.
better than a cap and gown. Okay, so please finish.
Yeah, I guess. So after the doctor's appointment, I drove down to the city for this because it's just easier to drive him than to deal with him on the subway by myself. So, particularly during rush hour. So I drove him back up and went to go drop him off at daycare, and I grabbed my phone out of the center console of the car and put it in my pocket. Then I think when we were walking towards daycare, I suddenly realized, wait a minute, I don't think I have my phone in my pocket. And then I figured, okay, I must have left it in my car. Went back to the car after dropping him off, no phone. Went back into the daycare just to check and see if I had left it somewhere there, just in case. No phone. Walked up and down the sidewalk in between, didn't see it anywhere. So I said, shit, I lost my phone. Then I put the car away in the garage, went home, and used the Google Find My Phone feature, and lo and behold, I found that it located the phone as being just a couple blocks north of where Max's daycare is, on Riverdale Avenue. Mm-hmm. So I went to a couple of the stores over there, asked them if somebody had dropped off a lost phone. Nobody had, and then I went into ironically the kosher market there, and I asked them. They didn't know of anybody who had turned in a lost phone, but they started like looking around for it. They checked with the guys in the back in their kitchen because they have like a whole prepared food business out of there.
Okay,
and still nobody said anything. And like the woman that I spoke to at the front counter got like half of the rest of the staff of the store involved in looking for it, because not only did the Find My Phone feature indicate that the phone was there, my watch was paired with the phone when I was in that store.
I was going to ask you about that. Yeah.
Which says, like, tells me, okay, the phone's definitely nearby.
You could actually, there's an app on the watch that you can make it start ringing.
Really? Even though my phone is
yeah,
on vibrate?
Yeah, it'll be, there's like a Find My Phone option.
Okay, well, whatever. I can try and remember that for the next time that I hope never happens. Anyway, yeah, all of a sudden one of the girls at the store says, "Oh, I know where your phone is. Come with me." And she goes and she takes me outside, and the phone is in like the dirt in a planter by a tree. So I go and I check it, and like, yeah, that's my phone. And she says, "Yeah, we have this new dishwasher. We don't trust him. And I saw him come out and drop it in here." So what? And then they had asked me like, and I said, yeah, I lost it, just a few blocks south of here on Riverdale Avenue. And she says, yeah, he rides his bike here. So what I think happened is the phone must have fallen out of my pocket by the car. This guy saw it, picked it up, probably figured he could sell it or something. And then when he heard everybody in the store talking about this lost phone and probably me saying, yeah, I know it's here because my watch is paired with it, then he ran out, so he tried to sneak outside and ditched it. So I don't know. That guy may have been fired today, but
That's
yeah,
crazy.
I got my phone back.
That's the important things. These things are expensive.
Yes, precisely.
Yeah, but there's a little app on your watch that has like a picture. It's called Find My Phone. It'll force your phone to ring even if it's in silent mode.
Huh.
It comes in handy when you're like, shit, where's my phone? I know it's in the house and I can't find it.
Yeah, well, as long as the watch is actually paired with the phone, that'll work.
Usually does. Well, in the house it'll pair on Wi-Fi also if I'm not too far away.
Yeah, but you have to. Actually, I don't know how to hook the watch up to Wi-Fi.
It should automatically connect.
How?
It'll use the saved Wi-Fi from the phone. It'll transfer to the watch, and when it's on a trusted Wi-Fi network, it'll automatically pair with the phone.
Oh, okay.
And now you know.
Yeah, except even though I'm in the apartment, the watch is still disconnected from the phone if I'm far enough away.
So I know someone who had a worse day than you.
Huh?
I said I could name someone who had a worse day than you.
Okay. Oh, yeah. You probably can name a couple people who've had a worse day than me.
Paul Manafort. Steve Gates?
Yeah, I don't know what the hell their
And
names are.
George Papadopoulos. Which really isn't his name, but that's the name of the guy that was Webster's George.
Okay.
So the first
I hear George
indictment-
Papadopoulos, I just think diner owner.
So the first indictments from the Robert Mueller case came out today. Investigation. So Paul Manafort, the former chairman of the Trump campaign, and Gates, who was like an associate of his, I guess, or
I think so. Yeah,
They
but
were-
the weird thing is they were indicted for stuff that they did supposedly before the campaign.
but because it happened during the campaign also.
Did it? I thought this
Yeah.
was all stuff that happened before.
But it's the first step.
Okay.
Conspiracy to something against the United States was one of them.
Yeah, I know.
I think it was just
conspiracy. I think it was just conspiracy against the United States, which is a very broad and general charge.
Yeah. And then Papadopoulos pled guilty to lying to the FBI.
Yes, I know.
And our president was not happy.
Yeah, well, to some degree, like he said, this is all stuff that happened years ago, supposedly. But if it happened during the campaign, then it's another story.
And Kev, the most important question, when will then be now?
Yeah.
It's not what you were supposed to say.
No, I know. I don't feel like playing into Spaceballs quotes.
That's the first fundamental rule of our friendship. Whenever a Spaceball quote is partially uttered, you must complete it.
Since when is that a rule?
I just made it one, so shut up.
No. All the more reason for me to not listen to it.
I don't need to be wearing my glasses right now, so I'm going to take them off.
Good for you.
Thank you. I think.
Yeah.
So I think I uninstalled and reinstalled Chrome on my computer, and I think the recording's a little bit better than last time.
If you say so.
Because my Chrome was running. Well, can you understand me clearly?
Most of the time, it broke up a little bit earlier, but
No. Because I was having some issues with Chrome, so I just uninstalled and reinstalled it.
okay. See, you tried to blame me last time.
I always blame you. Again, that's rule number 2 of our friendship. You're always wrong.
Yeah, and gee, what's the name of that Bon Jovi song?
Living on a prayer.
Not that one. You
Wanted dead or alive?
You what love a bad name?
Stole.
Uh-huh. See, now you're just proving my point further.
Dude, that was 23 years ago. We're old.
See, that's a very early point of our friendship, and guess what?
We're old.
23 years ago, it still holds true today.
We're old.
Yeah.
See? Case in point.
Yeah.
Oh, so what else exciting is going on in your neck of the woods?
Not a whole lot. What can I say?
I'm actually
Life's boring.
I'm actually enjoying my new job a lot. They're really nice there. They had a karaoke Halloween party. I did not since I was only at the job 2 weeks, I did not sing.
Aww.
You think that's
that
a bad
would've
idea? I think I'd be unemployed by now if I sang.
Material label. No, I don't know if you'd be unemployed. They'd probably just make fun of you relentlessly. Although maybe they do that already. I have no idea.
It was cold and windy down there today.
Yeah, that'll happen, especially by the water.
Yeah, it's
like a
beautiful
wind tunnel.
down there, though. Like I've never really spent significant time downtown before this.
Yeah, well, they've built up a lot of it to be semi-residential now, so
yeah. And it's pretty cool. I've actually been starting to do some work now, so it's not that boring.
Ah, you're getting past the whole training thing.
Well, right now it's like self-training. I was what's the word? Documenting our current application, but instead of documenting, I was writing programs to document it because I didn't feel like documenting it.
So rather than do what you were asked to do, you spent your time writing a program to do the work for you.
Yeah, like Scrooge McDuck's grandpappy used to say, "Work smarter, not harder."
Uh-huh.
Have you watched the new DuckTales?
I watched the first episode. I haven't seen anything else.
It's actually pretty good, I think.
First episode was pretty good.
They're making it a little more cohesive, like serialized than the original show, which is interesting. There's like a mystery about what happened to the nephew's mother.
Uh-huh.
Think about it. It's Uncle Scrooge, Uncle Donald. What happened to their mother?
What happened to their father?
Yeah, but their mother was the person that was related to them. That's a good question.
How do you know it's the mother?
Because it said show in the show.
Oh, yeah, it was in the first episode, wasn't it?
Yeah.
There was some vague mention of that.
I think Darkwing Duck's going to be in it also.
Okay.
And Gizmo Duck.
Yay.
I hope they don't do Bubba Duck. I thought that was one of the stupidest things they did in the original series.
I remember Bubba Duck, but he was some stupid character they added later, though.
Yeah, he was like the cousin Oliver of DuckTales.
Yeah.
Do you get the reference?
No, not really, but I'm not thinking
Towards
clearly.
the end of the Brady Bunch run, ratings were dying, so they felt Cindy got too old to be cute anymore, so they brought in Cousin Oliver, who was this young, cute kid. So anytime someone brings in a cute young kid to a show, it's called adding a Cousin Oliver.
Yeah, the Cosby Show did that, and I forget who. Full House did it when they added Jesse's twins.
Yeah, that was a little more natural than it per se, because like they kind of built up to that.
Yeah, but still.
I still, you know where the
Because
expression
Michelle
jump,
got too old, so.
you know where the expression "jump the shark" comes from, right?
Yes, that's from Happy Days.
Where Fozzie literally jumped the shark,
Yes.
which signified the moment the show went downhill.
Uh-huh. Well,
I'm not telling you, I'm
got
telling
so
our-
ridiculous.
So, what was our jump the shark moment in our podcast?
Episode 1?
The Phantom Menace.
Uh-huh. Maybe.
I was gonna go
Sure.
with when your grandmother-in-law called and I did a card trick to nobody.
Maybe. Hey, that was pretty early on.
Yeah, true. Let us know what you thought our show jumped the shark. Email us at dumbass@citizenho.com.
Right.
Frau, you look so right.
Uh-huh.
So how is good old Max doing?
Oh, he's doing just fine. The evaluation, they said, he's basically doing everything a normal 2-year-old should be doing, so.
Getting into everything, making a mess and causing trouble?
Yeah, basically.
Has he been good at daycare lately?
Yeah. No major issues there. And they love him.
Everyone loves him.
Yeah, mostly.
I don't. I'm just kidding.
Sure. Now we know how you really feel.
Well, I did text you. Did that little bastard go to sleep yet tonight?
Well, yeah. See? Exactly.
I figured you'd enjoy that. What are you so tired from?
What?
What are you tired from?
What am I tired from? Getting up early with a little kid and chasing a little kid around the apartment all day. Or not all day, but...
Did you run the latest update to Windows yet on your computer? The creators update?
I think so. I did do an update relatively recently.
They have some cool feature which is not quite there yet. You
What
can
is
link
that?
you can link your cell phone to your computer.
Okay.
So what I'd like is if I link my cell phone to my computer, I want to just be able to reply to text messages on my computer.
Uh-huh.
Basically, all I found that I can do with this is if I get like a website I could share it to my computer and it'll open up on Edge.
Nah.
But the feature I'm talking about would be cool.
Yeah, if they could do it, but I don't know if...
There's a couple of apps that do that, but I found that they really kill your battery.
Yeah. Well, there's lots of stuff that kills your battery.
Oh. How's your battery been doing lately?
Crappy. I'm down to 15% right now.
I'm at 60.
Okay. When did you last charge your phone? Oh, wait. Your phone's new, so...
Yeah. I charged it about 1 o'clock today. I pulled it off.
At 1
Because I
o'clock
use it.
you had to charge it?
Don't forget, I use my phone a lot when I'm commuting, so that does hurt the battery.
Yeah, to some degree.
Yeah. But I used to be down to like 50% by the time I got to work. On this, I'm down to like 88% when I get to work now.
Ah,
And-
okay.
And I don't really put it on airplane mode because I use Bluetooth earphones. So I wish there was a way to set it so when you turn on airplane mode, it doesn't kill Bluetooth.
I used to be able to put it on airplane mode, and then I would just turn Bluetooth on
I
afterwards.
can do that, which I can do, but then it interrupts what I'm listening to.
Oh, okay.
I have to pause it, turn it on airplane mode, turn it on Bluetooth, wait for it to reconnect, and then resume, which is annoying.
Oh, see, what I did is I would, because I wasn't listening to, before I started listening to something, I would put the phone on airplane mode, then turn on Bluetooth, and then I would start listening to music.
Yeah, but were you using wireless earphones?
No, I was just because I like to use my watch to control control songs, because it's just easier than pulling my phone out of my pocket.
That's true, too. I don't listen to music, I listen to podcasts.
Yeah, well.
Not this one.
See, one more person who doesn't listen.
I don't know, I find it a little self-serving to listen to myself.
I don't know, I just find it boring because it's like I already had that conversation. I was there.
Really? Where are you now?
Uh-huh.
You don't watch Stranger Things, do you?
No.
Okay. Well, as soon as we're done, I demand you to start watching episode 1 of Stranger Things.
As soon as we're done, I'm probably going to sleep.
You would actually really like the show.
Yeah, maybe.
It's like... My favorite thing about it is the opening credits, because they make it look like it's from the 80s. They actually have, like, imperfections in it. You can see, like, white spots in it, even though it's done digitally.
So they take digitally shot video and they make it look like crappy VHS on purpose.
Exactly, and it's filmed like it was done in the 1980s.
Yes, I think you've mentioned some of this before.
The plot is pretty cool, too. I mean, like, it is very... You do really get hooked on it, and the acting is really good. I mean, even Winona Ryder is good.
Since when was Winona Ryder not good?
I don't know. I don't remember anything she's been good at in a long time.
Beetlejuice.
Dude, that was like 20 years ago.
So what?
That might have been almost 30 years ago. I think Beetlejuice came out in the 80s.
It did. At least I'm pretty sure it did.
How do you spell it? B-E-T...
Beetle juice.
Yeah. Beetlejuice came out... It's almost 30 years old, dude.
Yeah, so?
And they're still talking about making a sequel.
Yeah, I know. Maybe they will.
I don't think that needs a sequel. I think the one movie was good enough for it.
They were talking about it. They had a script for a sequel back in the 80s that never got made.
Yeah,
it was
Beetlejuice
really
Goes
stupid.
Hawaiian.
Yeah, something like that. It was really stupid.
I don't know. Michael Keaton is one of my favorite actors, though, right now.
Yeah, well, he's made quite the comeback lately.
Yeah.
Birdman.
Did you see Birdman?
I haven't really. I've seen bits and pieces of it, but I never.
I saw it because I was on a
watch
flight.
anything.
I was on a flight, and we wound up getting free movies on the flight, so I watched that.
Oh, that's one way to watch it.
It was interesting. It was fucked up beyond belief, but it was interesting.
Okay.
And he was a pretty good Spider-Man villain.
Yeah, didn't see that either.
What was the last movie you saw in the theater?
I don't even remember now. I think it was Bridge of Spies, actually.
Really? I got text this afternoon, this morning actually. My friends want to see Thor. They want to go Thursday night at 10:30.
Uh-huh.
And I don't have the luxury yet of being able to work from home or anything like that yet, so I'm like, yeah, I'm not going to be able to do that.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to convince
That would
Marissa
be
to go with
hard.
me. I'm like, there's cute guys in it. You'll like it.
Uh-huh. Well, she might be able to see, crap, what's his face? The guy who plays Thor, and I'm totally...
Chris Hemsworth.
Yeah, him. She might be able to see him with no shirt on.
Might. I don't think he's been in a Marvel movie that he's had his shirt on.
Well, he has his shirt on sometimes.
Well, I meant I think
in
every single...
In the first one, when he was, dressed like a normal person.
when he's dressed like a normal person. I liked that movie. The second one wasn't very good, but it was still entertaining.
I don't know. The thing I remember I remember not being crazy.
I think I saw the first
one.
one with you.
You did,
Yeah.
and with somebody else.
No, I think it was just you and me.
I don't know.
I think that came out after he died.
No, I don't think that was after he died.
People are like, they had a friend who died. It came out in 2011. He died in 2010.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. I could have sworn that was one of those, when we were doing those once
Manly
a month
monthly
movie
movie
things.
mayhem.
Yeah, that thing.
I think it was just you and me. I don't even think the tall guy came.
Yeah, all right. I'll take your word for it at this point.
Mm-hmm. And Justice League comes out in 2 weeks.
Ooh. I still have to see Wonder Woman.
I own it. Did you ever finish Rogue One?
Actually, I did.
What did you think of the ending? Even though I spoiled it for you.
I kind of knew where it was all leading anyway.
Yeah. The Darth Vader scene at the end was pretty cool.
Yeah.
And the way that they did it, like they tied it perfectly into episode 4.
Yeah, well, that was sort of the idea.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm having a big problem with prequels lately.
Everybody's doing them.
Well, like, for example, Star Trek, I know you don't care, but they released this new show, Discovery. And it takes place 10 years before the Kirk. And it looks more advanced than Voyager.
Okay.
Like, I understand that, yeah, we're not going to
Well, they did. That's what happened with episode 1 of Star Wars.
Not even that, though, but, like, this just looks like they're doing stuff that you've never seen in any Star Trek. And I'm like, where do they have holograms like that? And, like, why go backwards? Go forward. Take me to tomorrow, not yesterday.
Uh-huh.
It's just, the world is in, like, a prequel thing. I mean, like, Rogue One, I don't know if I would call a prequel as maybe a midquel.
I get... No, it's a prequel to episode 4, but it's sort of
a sequel to episode 3.
Yeah. So, that's okay.
I think the next one they're doing is Han Solo.
Yes.
Partially directed by Ron Howard.
Yes.
Yeah, this whole...
I don't know. That's a weird... I don't know. Ron Howard directing a Star Wars movie just seems weird.
Well, it started out by being directed by Lord and Miller, who directed the Lego movie. And then they got canned. Have you seen the Lego movie?
Yeah, I saw the first Lego movie.
Yeah. Lego Batman was pretty good, too, actually. You're like, I'll have time to watch all these soon. Oh, speaking of which, what's Max dressing up as for Halloween?
Spider-Man.
Ooh, really?
Yeah. We took him to they had this trick-or-treat thing at Lincoln Center last weekend, so we took him to that.
Did he pick it out, or did you pick it out?
We picked it out. But when he saw it, he liked it, so.
Okay. Just, like, try to, like, hold a picture of him on a wall and then edit yourself out of it.
Yeah. We're lucky if we can get him to stay still for any picture, so.
Yeah. Bribe him with candy.
Yeah, we have to be careful about that. Because if you bribe him with candy, then you have to give it to him.
That's the point of a bribe. If you don't give him a bribe, that's just called being an asshole.
Yes, but then you're giving a 2-year-old candy.
It's hollow fucking weed.
Oh, no, he'll have some candy tomorrow, but...
So buy some sugar-free stuff.
No, whatever. You're missing either
I'm just
conveying my point, or you're missing it completely.
I'm just messing with you. Pay that bill later.
Speaking of paying bills...
Oh.
Go to www.audibletrial.com/citizenho and sign up for a free 30-day trial account, and you get a free audiobook download. There are thousands of titles to choose from, such as...
What Happened by Hillary Rodham Clinton. Narrated by Hillary Rodham Clinton.
I don't want to listen to Hillary bitch about finding all kinds of excuses why she lost the election again.
Yes, but it costs you $28. It's a $28 audiobook, so if you sign up for free, you're really saving money there.
Yeah, saving money, wasting time, which is money. So,
Would you rather listen to The Art of the Deal?
No. The art of what deal? How not to be able to work with Congress at all and have everything be no different than it has been for the past 8 years?
You know, one thing that I thought of recently is I enjoyed The Apprentice the first couple years it came out, but I realized something. I didn't enjoy it because of him.
Okay.
Hold on, I'm tangled. I'll finish this second.
Good
What
Lord.
I realized was I liked the people in it. I liked the tasks they did and how stupid they were about it. The boardroom was irrelevant to it, I felt. You had highly educated people looking like idiots.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I mean...
Did you watch it?
Yeah, I watched also the first couple seasons, and I got tired of it because it was just repetitive.
Yeah, once I got to the celebrity, I lost interest.
I lost interest before that, but...
There's just something... I don't know. There's something, like, about him that just makes you want to... I don't know. Like... I don't know. I don't understand how he's so successful, really. I really don't.
I think that in his own private business, I think the way that he conducted business was probably much different than the way he conducts himself on Twitter.
I wouldn't be too sure about that.
No, I think still if he was under pressure, there were definitely things that were problematic, but he could get away with it because it was his own private company. So it didn't matter.
Now everything he does, from sneezing to taking a shit, he's in the limelight.
Yeah, well, so everything is magnified.
Yep. So you guys are going to Virgil's for Turkey Day?
Yes, we are.
I don't know what we're
Barbecue.
doing. Maybe we'll join you.
We are, yeah. We'll be at Virgil's, and then I think on Saturday, but we're not sure yet. We're going to be going out to Long Island.
Oh, I was going to make plans to go out to Long Island that weekend. Try to do it on Friday, and then we'll go out on Saturday.
I don't think it's quite under my control that much, unless you want to go out to Long Island on Friday.
Either one. I thought you guys were doing. I'll talk to the other person. I want to do the pizza and donut thing.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, actually, I don't know. Well, yeah, I have no idea. Or we can just do that another weekend.
We'll
figure it out.
Is there trick or treating in your building tomorrow for Max, or do you like?
No, not really. They'll have some candy in the lobby, but that's about it. We're gonna take them out to the commercial streets nearby and take them trick or treating at a lot of the stores will have candy, I'm sure.
All right. Well, we'll save them a Reese's.
Okay, sure.
Max
says thank you.
What?
I said Max says thank you.
Yes, but Mommy will be the one eating it.
Probably.
She's totally going to steal all the Reese's he gets.
Save 2 or 3 Reese's.
Wow. We buy candy every year, and I think in the 7 years we've been in the house, we've had one trick-or-treater.
Good Lord.
Well, usually we're not home, and like I said, we don't get a lot of foot traffic on the street.
Ah.
So I usually just buy candy that we like.
Good enough.
I don't believe it's like November on like Wednesday. Oh, by the time this episode's released, it probably will be November, because knowing you're not going to do it tonight.
No, I'm probably not going to do it tonight.
You could probably get it up tomorrow, actually.
Yeah, potentially. Whatever. By the time most people listen to it, the few who do, it'll be November.
So, happy November, folks.
Yeah, sure.
8 weeks left of the year.
Good Lord. What happened?
So far, 2017 started out shitty, but it ended pretty well for me.
Well, lucky you.
Hopefully 2018 won't suck.
Hopefully. Time will tell.
Oh, what do you think about Girardi firing?
I don't know. I was kind of surprised. Actually, I thought maybe I thought maybe they did like what they did with Torrey, where they kind of offered him a kind of
no.
crummy
They just
deal,
said
and
we're
he
not
decided
having you
not to do
back.
it. Yeah, I know.
You know what? I like Girardi. I think he's a great manager. I think he did a great job with the Yankees. But I think it was time to break.
I don't know about that, because clearly, yes, it's a different team. But look at what he did with this team.
Yeah, but apparently he was having some trouble with the young personalities or something like that came out. And he made a big mistake in Game 2 of the Division Series.
Yeah, I know.
I told my mom she should submit a resume.
I don't think she'd want to deal with the travel.
How
Granted,
funny
it would get her away from your father, but
this is true.
yeah.
Ma, send a resume. Oh crap, she'd have to live with me then. Never mind.
Oh, yeah. Actually, if she got that job, I think she could afford her own place.
Ooh, Android 8.0 beta for Galaxy S8 possibly launching on October 31st.
Ooh.
I will not do a beta again.
You tried that once. Didn't work out.
No.
I vaguely remember that.
I like the S8 though. You should get it now.
I'll probably get it, but it might be a while. Either that or I'll get
The S9.
something else.
When do you do?
I think in like June.
Oh.
Can I actually wait that long? I don't know.
Well, you should have most of the phone paid off by now.
I think I still owe like $130 on it or something.
So if you have, and sometimes they'll give you a discount when you if you trade in the old phone. They'll give you a credit towards the new one too.
Yeah, I don't know if they do that or not, but
Well, it's worth looking into,
yeah, maybe.
especially if you
We'll
can't
figure
wait.
it out. Yeah, we'll see.
What phone does Melissa have now? Is she still on the 5?
She might be on the S. No, I think she's on the S7.
Oh.
Yeah, because she dropped the S5 in the toilet like a year and a half ago.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, and so then she got an S7.
I think we recorded that day.
I don't know if it was that day or another day, but yeah, it was probably nearby. That was back when we recorded every week, or almost every week.
Days. Thanks for the memories. Blue Cross and Blue Shield. Oh yeah, so I actually have really good health care now.
Oh, that must be nice.
I'm like one of 10 people in America. I'm paying about what I was at my old job. It's about the same because I took the good plan, but I have a zero deductible plan, $5 regular copay, $15.
They still have those? They still have zero deductible plans?
Yeah.
Good Lord. I didn't think those existed anymore.
And then, like I said, it's a $5 for regular visit, $15 for a specialist.
Yeah? And is it a PPO plan?
Yeah, pretty sure.
That's pretty good.
I was impressed.
I miss those.
I could have taken a plan that had an $800 deductible, but I go to one doctor that's not on this plan, so the better plan had out-of-network coverage. The one with the $800 deductible didn't. And it was like an $80 a month difference.
Fair enough. Then, in that case, it was well worth it.
Enough where you wouldn't even notice the difference in the paycheck.
Yeah, probably not.
And the copays make up for the difference as well.
Oh, yes. Much better than having to pay out, than having to cover the freaking deductibles and all that nonsense.
Yeah, it's just... And it's... This new tax plan they're talking about also I just don't get. They're talking about getting rid of state and local taxes because they want to balance it off. But the states that pay this most in state and local taxes are the ones that get the least amount of federal aid to begin with.
Yeah, I haven't even looked at this because it.
And they want to lower the 401k from like $18,000 to $2,400 a year.
Yeah, which is ridiculous.
And while cutting Social Security, so people will be fucked when they get older.
Yeah, awesome. I don't understand the logic behind that at all, other than basically kicking the can down the road. Which, hey, that's what they do anyway.
The other thing that I don't get is Social Security. Well, So once you've reached $127,200, you don't pay Social Security anymore for the rest of the year.
No, I think what it is if I guess you pay Social Security on income up to $127,000.
Yeah, and then after that, you don't pay it.
Yeah. So
once you hit the $127,000, you don't pay it anymore. They need to get rid of that. They need to make you always pay it. Because think of it this way: the people that don't pay it are the ones that won't need Social Security anyway.
No, well, hey, I think everybody uses Social Security because, hey, why not? It's your money.
Yeah, you know what I mean, though.
Yeah, but a lot of the issues that Social Security has nothing to do with how much money is being paid into the system. It has to do with the fact that the government uses the Social Security number for other things, and then they don't pay it back.
True, but if they stopped putting in the maximum, that would help out a bit.
How about if they stopped using the damn Social Security money for things that it wasn't intended to be used for in the first place?
Not true. Yeah, I guess.
Unfuck yourselves.
That'd be a great name for a podcast.
Unfuck yourselves?
Yeah.
Maybe. Might have a little bit of a problem with the profanity in the title.
Also might be a good name for a movie.
Might be. So speaking of movies,
yeah, do this week, not last week, because by the time it comes out, it'll be better for this week.
Okay, this week. Oh, damn! Because have you looked at last week?
What was last week?
Specifically, look at the second one of last week.
Okay, we're gonna do that one, then we'll do this week.
I figured you'd want to do that.
Okay, you can read it though.
Revive Us 2, starring Kirk Cameron. Following the remarkable success, which I question highly, of last year's Revive Us, Kirk Cameron returns to the big screen with Revive Us 2, a national family meeting for the family of faith. With political, racial, economic, and religious tensions increasing each day in America, Kirk explores unity and the path on how to get there. Revive Us 2 offers a faith-filled solution for everyone. Join Kirk and his inspirational friends, such as Dr. Ben Carson, filmmakers Alex and Stephen Kendrick, Joni Erickson Tada, Ravi Zacharias, musical guests including Zach Williams, and other special guests for a night of strength, courage, and unity. Yeah, rotten. Very, very, very rotten.
I'm gonna go fresh. It's a Jesus movie, damn it.
All the more reason.
Okay.
Rotten. Okay, moving on to this week.
Okay. Amityville. I dropped my microphone.
You putz.
Amityville, The Awakening, starring Bella Thorne, Jennifer Jason Leigh, and Madison Pettis. Bella and her family move into a new house, but when strange phenomena. It's Belle and her family. It's Bella. Okay. When strange phenomena begin to occur in the house, Belle begins to suspect her mother and telling her everything, and soon realize they just moved into the infamous Amityville house. This is a sequel to the Amityville Horror?
I guess.
Yeah, I'm going rotten.
I'm going to go fresh on this. Horror films tend to surprise us. So next we have Keep Watching, starring Natalie Martinez, Bella Thorne, Chandler Riggs.
She's actually hot.
Okay.
Chandler Riggs is in this?
Yes.
He plays
the story
Carl on the Walking Dead.
Okay. The story that focuses on a family imprisoned in their own home by intruders who play a life and death game in which the mysterious rules become clear as the night unfolds. Okay, then.
Going rotten on this one.
I'm going rotten on that one, too.
A Bad Mom's Christmas. Mila Kunis, Katherine Hahn, and Kristen Bell. A Bad Mom's Christmas follows our three underappreciated and overburdened women as they rebel against the challenges and expectations of the Super Bowl for moms. Christmas. And if creating a more perfect holiday for their families wasn't hard enough, they have to do all of that while hosting and entertaining their own mothers. By the end of the journey, our moms will redefine how to make the holiday special for all and discover a closer relationship with their mothers. I actually
might just be a bad
the first one was actually really funny, but comedy sequels never are good, so I'm going rotten.
Yeah, I gotta go rotten on this too. Okay, next we have Frank Serpico. In the early 1970s, one man stood up to the entire New York City police force. Hailed as a hero by many, hated by others, Officer Frank Serpico made headlines when he blew the whistle on a culture of bribery and corruption within the department. This is his story.
Wasn't that a movie starring Al Pacino?
Al Pacino, yes. That's why it's like, didn't they already cover this? But yeah,
this is a documentary.
Documentary cred, I guess.
The Light of the Moon. Stephanie Beatriz, Michael Stahl-David, Conrad Ricamora. Bonnie, a young and successful Latina architect, is sexually assaulted while walking home from an evening out with friends in Brooklyn. At first, she attempts to keep the assault a secret from her long-term boyfriend, Matt, but the truth quickly emerges. Bonnie emphatically denies the impact of what has just happened to her. She fights to regain normalcy and control of her life, but return to her old life is more complicated than expected. Her attempt to recapture the intimacy she previously had with Matt falters and cracks begin to surface in their relationship. Another attack in the neighborhood only drives Bonnie further into denial, before an encounter with an at-risk woman causes her to face the truth and confront her whole self-blame.
Okay.
I feel like with everything going on with sexual assault in women, if we go rotten on this, we'll be called sexist. So I'm going fresh.
I'll go fresh on it because I just think with everything going on, I think it might just hit the mark. So, all right, next we have The Killing of a Sacred Deer, starring Colin Farrell, Nicole Kidman, and Alicia Silverstone.
Right.
A young man needs to take revenge. A doctor has to make a decision, and his family must survive.
That tells us absolutely nothing.
Yes.
Rotten.
Sure, I'll go rotten on it.
Thor, Ragnarok. Chris Hemsworth, Tom Hiddleston, Jamie Alexander. In Marvel Studios' Thor Ragnarok, Thor is imprisoned on the other side of the universe without his mighty hammer, and finds himself in a race against time to get back to Asgard to stop Ragnarok, the destruction of his homeworld and the end of Asgardian civilization, at the hands of an all-powerful new threat, the ruthless Hela. But first he must survive a deadly gladiatorial contest that puts him against his former ally and fellow Avenger, the Incredible Hulk. I'm going fresh. Because it's...
I'll go fresh on it because, yeah, these movies just always seem to get fresh, but... Yeah. Just because I noticed that, yeah, Tom Hiddleston's in it again.
Hold on.
Like, how many more times is he gonna have to get involved with Loki? I don't get it.
Well, if you remember at the end of the last Thor movie, Loki...
Bueller?
What? Can you hear me?
Bueller?
Can you hear me? Can you hear me now?
I hear you now. What the hell happened?
There's a button on my microphone, and I hit it by accident, which I think muted it.
You doomkopf.
Sorry about that. If you remember at the end of the last Thor movie, Loki was impersonating Odin.
Yeah. All right. So, isn't he supposed to? Didn't they like imprison his ass a lot?
And then he supposedly died, but he really didn't die, and he impersonated Odin.
Yeah. So why did he not die? We saw him die.
He faked his death.
All right. Whatever. Moving on. Aida, I don't know. Somebody's secrets.
You're an asshole.
Isaac Selowitz was born in the Bergen-Belsen displaced persons camp in 1945 and sent for adoption in Israel. Many years ago, Isaac found and formed a relationship with his birth mother. Maybe it is Isaac. I don't know. Weird spelling. Isaac found and formed a relationship with his birth mother, but was always told that his father had died in the war. In 2013, everything he knew about his personal history changed when he tracked down his adoption files and uncovered that his father had been alive after the war and had reportedly divorced his mother. Seeking more answers, Isaac located his birth certificate in Germany. He was shocked to discover another birth certificate, one of a brother he never knew existed. Filmmakers and brothers Alan and Shaul Alan? That's A-L-O-N.
Yeah.
Alan and Shaul Schwartz set out to find answers for their uncle Isaac, uncovering timely questions of identity, resilience, compassion, and the plight of displaced persons as Isaac and his brother Shep, both almost 70 years old, emotionally reunite in Canada before traveling to a nursing home in Montreal to introduce Shep to his elderly mother, Ida, for the first time.
Documentary Jewish cred.
Documentary Holocaust cred. Sure.
Apache Warrior. A feature-length documentary that puts the viewer inside the cockpit of an elite U.S. Army aviation helicopter squadron as they launch a deep attack during the initial surge into Iraq in March 2003.
I guess documentary cred.
That actually sounds kind of cool.
Oh, God. This next
How
one
many
is
fucking
interesting.
movies are there this week?
This next one will be interesting.
I know,
Bad Grandmas, starring Judge Reinhold, Pam Grier, and Florence Henderson. A dark comedy about four grandmothers who accidentally kill a con man.
It's going to be rotted, but I kind of want to see it.
Yeah, it's going to be rotten just because I want to see a movie with Judge Reinhold in it. What the hell? He hasn't been in a movie in like 20 years.
But the last thing I think I remember seeing him in was Beverly Hills Cop 3.
Yeah, it might be.
Let's see. Before we continue, let's look it up. Judge Reinhold. Filmography. Ooh, it's a whole article just on his film. The last movie he was in was Highly Functional in 2015.
Alrighty then.
He was in Santa Claus 3 was the last big movie he was in.
Okay then. Also something I didn't see.
Alright, what do I... Blade of the Immortal. Takuya Kimura. Hana Sugisaki. Soto Fukushi. Samurai Manji has taken a lot of lives, both innocent and guilty, and now lives in the feudal Japan as a criminal. After being cursed with immortality until he kills enough evil men, Manji meets a young girl who enlists him to be her bodyguard, swearing loyalty, protection, and vengeance against a group of sword fighters who slaughtered her family, and the unlikely duo set on a remarkable quest to make right against those who did them wrong. I kind of wanted to say it like I was doing a voiceover in a Japanese movie, but I can't do that. But I'm going fresh.
Yeah, foreign film cred. Alright, next we have Lady Bird, starring Saoirse Ronan, Laurie Metcalf, and Lucas Hedges. In Lady Bird, Greta Gerwig...
What did you say?
I think I said Ladybug. In Lady Bird, Greta Gerwig reveals herself to be a bold new cinematic voice with her directorial debut, excavating both the humor and pathos in the turbulent bond between a mother and her teenage daughter. Christine Lady Bird McPherson, Saoirse Ronan, fights against but is exactly like her wildly loving, deeply opinionated, and strong-willed mom, Laurie Metcalf, a nurse working tirelessly to keep her family afloat after Lady Bird's father, Tracy Letts, loses his job. Set in Sacramento, California in 2002 amidst a rapidly shifting American economic landscape, Lady Bird is an affecting look at the relationships that shape us, the beliefs that define us, and the unmatched beauty of a place called home. Aww.
I'm going fresh on this.
Yeah, I'm going to go fresh on it.
Last Flag Flying, Bryan Cranston, Steve Carell, Lawrence Fishburne. Set during the Iraq War, classic characters Billy Badass, Mule, and the hapless Meadows return.
Who? What? Who are these characters?
I don't know, but I'm going fresh just for the cast.
Alright, sure. What the hell? Okay, next we have LBJ, starring Woody Harrelson, Bill Pullman, and Richard Jenkins. After powerful Senate Majority Leader Lyndon Johnson loses the 1960 Democratic presidential nomination to Senator John F. Kennedy, Jeffrey Donovan, he agrees to be his young rival's running mate. But once they win the election, despite his extensive legislative experience and shrewd political instincts, Johnson finds himself sidelined in the role of vice president. That all changes on November 22nd, 1963, when Kennedy is assassinated, and Johnson, with his devoted wife Lady Bird, Jennifer Jason Leigh, by his side, is suddenly thrust into the presidency. As the nation mourns, Johnson must contend with longtime adversary Attorney General Bobby Kennedy, Michael Stahl David, and one-time mentor Georgia Senator Richard Jenkins, as he seeks to honor JFK's legacy by championing the historic Civil Rights Act of 1964.
I heard this is excellent.
Yeah.
I'm going fresh.
Yeah, just the true story cred.
Most Beautiful Island. Anna Asensio, Natasha Romanova. Is that the name of the Black Widow?
I think she's just Romanov.
Oh, and David Little. A psychological thriller set in the world of undocumented female immigrants hoping to make a life in New York City. The film chronicles one harrowing day in the life of Luciana, a young immigrant woman struggling to make ends meet while striving to escape her past. As Luciana's day unfolds, she is whisked physically and emotionally through a series of troublesome and unforeseeable extremes. Before her day is done, she inadvertently finds herself a central participant in a cruel game where lives are placed at risk and psyches are twisted and broken for the perverse entertainment of a privileged few. We're going rotten.
Yeah, okay, rotten. My Friend Dahmer, starring Ross Lynch, Anne Heche, and Dallas Roberts. Jeffrey Dahmer murdered 17 men and boys in the American Midwest, becoming one of history's most infamous serial killers. This is the story before that story. Jeff, Ross Lynch, is an awkward teenager struggling to make it through high school with a family life in ruins. His bizarre behavior at school attracts unexpected friends, a group of band nerds who formed the Dahmer fan club, headed by Durf Backdurf, Alex Wolff. But as they near graduation, Jeff's depravity continues to take hold, and he spirals further out of control.
Is this to Jeffrey Dahmer what Smallville was to Superman?
Maybe? I don't know.
I'm going to go fresh.
Yeah, I'm going to go fresh on this. I heard a little bit about this, and it looks like it may actually be interesting.
It's one of those movies that I may watch if it's on TV, but I won't go out of my way to watch it.
Yeah, I guess.
Roman J. Israel, Esquire. Starring Denzel Washington, Colin Farrell.
Denzel!
And Hugo Armstrong. A hard-nosed liberal lawyer named Ronan J. Israel has been fighting the good fight. Roman J. Israel has been fighting the good fight forever, while others take the credit. When his partner, the firm's frontman, has a heart attack, Israel suddenly takes on that role. He finds out some unsettling things about what the crusading law firm has done that run afoul of his values. I think that's supposed to be has done that run afoul of his values,
yes.
Helping the poor and dispossessed, and finds himself in an existential crisis that leads to extreme action. I'm going
Denzel cred. Yeah, fresh.
To Rotten Tomatoes. Thor Ragnarok, 96%.
How
Bad
much?
Mom's Christmas, no score yet. Thor Ragnarok was 96%.
Okay.
My Friend Dahmer, 75%. Lady Bird, 100%. LBJ, 64%.
Ooh, that one was close.
Yeah. What else we got? Last Flag Flying is fresh. We had that one. What else do we have? Blade of the Immortal, fresh. We had that. Most Beautiful Island, fresh, 100%. We had that, rotten.
Oh, darn.
The Light of the Moon. Let's see what that is. No reviews. Let's start looking. Amityville. Apparently, Amityville: The Awakening is like the last Weinstein movie made like with him there, and it has grossed like $700 or something like that.
Okay, then.
And it's 20% rotten.
Aww.
And I still don't like the way they keep watching. No reviews. Frank Serpico. Frank. No reviews. The Killing of a Sacred Deer. Oh, fuck you, you fucking fuck. The killing of a sacred deer. Fresh. We were wrong on that one.
Aw.
Ida's Secrets. It might be Ada's Secrets. Isn't it Ida Turturro?
Huh?
Ada's Secrets is fresh. Apache Warrior is no reviews. Roman J. Israel, and then we'll do Revive Us. And my wife just got home. Roman J. Israel's rotted. Oh. And what's the bet on Revive Us 2? I'm going with 0%.
I gotta go 0.
No reviews.
Aw, darn. Nobody bothered.
Oh man, I really.
I think that qualifies as 0%.
Yeah, fuck you, Kirk Cameron.
There you
Seriously, whoever listens to this, I just want you to go on Google and just type in Kirk Cameron is an asshole, just so there's a record of it on the internet. That's a joke our buddy Ken Crossland did a couple years ago. All right. Anyways, you can go on Twitter, iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play Music. Like us, review us. If you give us a good review, we'll read it on the air. Email us, dumbass@citizenho.com. Facebook.com/citizenho. Tweet us or Instagram @citizenhopod. I'm Scott.
I'm Kevin.
And that's it. Be excellent to each other.
Bye-bye.
Station!